there's a real opportunity and invitation for us to step into the newness and the things of God that He has in front of you. And I think about the story of the children of Israel, and they faced so many awkward moments going through 40 years of transition and going through spaces and moments. And then they get to Joshua, and the great promise is that everywhere you lay the sole of your feet, I'm going to give it to you. And then all of a sudden they walk to the first battleground of Jericho. And it's a difficult transition. They had to follow the instructions of God that were totally unusual to what they had won victories before. But then I remember reading the story of the children of Israel being led by Joshua, walking around Jericho. And then God said, on the seventh time, begin to shout a praise, and that the walls would come down. And I really felt this was a prophetic picture for many of you who are watching today, that there's certain Jerichos in your world that you just haven't figured out how God is going to come in. How is He going to break through, whether it be sickness or whether it be financial turmoil, or whatever the situation is. Maybe it's reconciliation with families. Maybe there's something that you've been battling for even longer than this pandemic moment, but there's been seasons and catastrophes that you've been trying to get out of, and maybe it's in your mind and things. There's a Jericho and a stronghold in your mind, and I want to tell you today that God is releasing the muffledness around your voice, and as we begin to shout, shouting a sound of praise and triumph, and shouting a sign of victory, I believe that today God is going to move in the Jerichos of your life and begin to see those walls become down on the ground. And I want to encourage you today, wherever you're at, if you're sitting in your room, stand up in faith, stand up with strength, stand up knowing that God is standing with you. The same God that said in Deuteronomy that He would never leave you nor forsake you. The same God that said He can see something that's coming that's new. He'll make a way in the wilderness and streams of water in the desert. The same God that says in Isaiah that the grass withers, the flowers fade, but the word of the Lord, it stands forever, is standing with you. The same God that has so many thoughts towards you, all through the context of future and hope, is standing with you and is shouting His fame and is shouting His strength over your Jericho today. And so I release a prayer to you in Jesus' name. We declare the Jerichos of your life to be shattered right now, and that the breakthrough of God would crumble over you like a waterfall, tyrant coming over you and completely covering the issues of your life and the breakthroughs of your family, and that today that you would walk into the promised land with shouts of joy and leaping in faith. And I want to encourage you today, God is doing that inside of you, and He's coming into the room. Could you imagine what it would be like if the God of the universe would come into your room right now? What would happen? And so come on, begin to shout, begin to sing. David, team, come on, let's just sing this again. We're going to go into it one more time, and I'm going to just transition off the stage, but I really felt, I said, Lord, give me a physical example of how people could posture their heart. And I remember telling a story here in Bethel Church on a Sunday night many months ago. I remember just telling the story of when I was in a football game. I was watching the football game, and as I could see in my eyesight there was about to be a try, I remember stepping outside the seat and standing up and beginning to shout in anticipation for what was about to happen that I could see. And I want to encourage you today, and that's the posture physically that you could be in right now, is that as the word of the Lord has been spoken to you through the promises that will always come true in your life, that you can begin to stand up and begin to shout a praise, anticipating what God said He would do is about to happen to you. And I'm telling you, this is a great season to rejoice, to come into triumph and begin to shout praise. Come on, David. Come on, team. Lead us back in. Come on, shout a praise wherever you are right now in your lounge room. God is on the move.